horse dewormer.
Nah, so Joe Rogan.
You're trying to transition on that one.
Joe Rogan had the CNN chief medical correspondent on his actual show. The same guys that lied about him having that horse tranquilizer. It works.
So
fam.
basically, if you don't know the working story
of a transition. But yeah, so go on.
If you don't know about this context, but you should obviously know, everyone knows Joe Rogan, number one podcast in the world, and he had Sanjay Gupta, which is the CNN's chief medical correspondent, and obviously this is quite a few weeks back when Joe Rogan basically had announced to the world that he got corona, and then the whole media, I couldn't see anything but Joe Rogan's got COVID. Got COVID.
I remember that time. We reported on it.
Yeah, we actually had it on our podcast as well.
True, check it out.
And I guess the reason he's being on some mainstream media a lot is because he recently made the move to Spotify, and he's making loads of money, and Spotify is defending him from basically being able to say whatever he wants on his podcast, even though we all admit he's self-centered a little bit sometimes nowadays. Yeah, but he must have regained his spirit or something.
The way he was violating this man, because
when he had the CNN's chief medical correspondent, he basically questioned Sanjay Gupta on why CNN is running a story that's completely fabricated, 100% a lie, and that the guy who's provably a lie, which is basically that Joe Rogan is taking ivermectin, and that's supposed to be a horse dewormer, and even like Sanjay said, the FDA had been being snarky on their Twitter, saying "Oh, you're not a horse, you're not a whale, don't take this stuff." Even though, according to Joe Rogan and the literature he's citing, that this ivermectin medicine has been administered to prevent viral spread for infections and diseases in billions of people around the world, and the person who created it has won a Nobel Prize based on creating the ivermectin medication. So then Joe Rogan went ham.
Wait, and this was also accepted by everybody. So even the medical correspondent from CNN agreed with him on this.
Exactly. So even the guy who's aware of this.
There's no left or right, but they all agree on the fact that this is real.
Exactly.
And
but
this is something you should be able to take, and it is good for you at this moment, really.
Exactly. And then so Joe Rogan was like, what do you think about the fact that your company that you work for, that you are the chief medical correspondent for, is fabricating, and they are lying, they know they are lying, we all know they are lying, and they're still running with that show, and I'm not suing them. How do you feel about that? So the guy started trying to deflect it, trying to be like, no, did you see what the FDA see?
Exactly.
He was trying to deflect a little bit. He kind of admitted it, being honest. He did admit a little bit. He saw where he was wrong. But this blew up everywhere on my feed and everywhere on my social media, because Joe Rogan's involved. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I blew up. What did you guys see? I showed you guys the clip just before we started the podcast. What do you think?
So I was like, finally we get someone from the mainstream media to sit there and actually take some sort of responsibility for the lies that they are actually perpetuating. I was gassed. But what did I notice? He was just like, listen, that's the news though.
What did you expect?
This is we sensationalize.
Yeah.
We say basically the craziest possible thing that we can just about get away with to get as many clicks as we can, and they all know it, and so they are happy to perpetuate and show everyone the lies that they are saying, because they're just like, why not?
Yeah, and they're gonna get away with it, aren't they?
And you didn't sue us.
No.
We got away.
They're basically saying, what game we're playing, so we're gonna play it, but we're gonna tread the lines carefully, or not sometimes. Basically.
Yeah.
So he took the human version of the parasitic pill, right?
Oh, yes. Of course he did.
But why did he take that? Because
he threw the whole sink apparently. He took everything.
Everything
administered by his doctor though. He's got a professional doctor.
Okay.
And to be honest, it worked. Nigga was out 3 days later.
3 days later,
he was like, "Yo, those drogas worked." And you know what? We can't say whether it did or it didn't, but evidence kind of now from the fact that he did come back. Anecdotally, 3 days on, we can lean a little bit to the side that maybe it worked, because we had
he had so many where you won't know.
We can't know who or what helped him. We can't know. Maybe his body just fought it off, and there are millions of people had no symptoms with COVID actually. So
I got gassed though. I got so gassed, especially Joe Rogan finally getting his spirit back. Putting him on the spot, because Sanjay Gupta was like, do you mind if I want to talk about it, but do you mind if I go around? He's like, no, dude, they're lying, and you're in charge. Like, go on. And the guy was like deflecting, trying to dodge it.
Is he in charge of what goes out?
Maybe I don't know exactly how it works inside CNN. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, he's the chief medical correspondent though. Like, he's the chief.
So they would go to him and be like, what can we say this pill is?
and he said they shouldn't have said that.
Right.
So why did they say that? You're in charge. Are you not like
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you could really do.
I was confused. I was like, he's brave from coming on to Joe Rogan though. Like, shout out to him though. A little
Some
bit.
of these, I'm just like, and you know, because remember he actually said, "Oh, I should have probably looked into why we published that before I came on."
Yeah.
How are you not gonna come to fucking Joe Rogan and not know he's gonna ask you about the massive lie your company did against him that really caused him a little bit of problems and
It's
trouble.
a bit short-sighted, but
I'm not even sure if it was short-sighted. Maybe it was super long play. He was just like, listen, I'll go there. I'll just take the heat and then we'll move on. We keep going, Blaine.
yeah, possibly. Yeah,
maybe.
That's what I think.
Nah.